Shocking new surveillance video for you this morning showing the moments a 5-year-old girl narrowly escaped death when a car crashed right into her home. Now, this happened in southern New Hampshire. The girl's dad rushed out to find a neighbor already working to stop the little girl's bleeding until the ambulance could get there. The little girl is now back at home recovering with no real memory of what even happened to her. A new obstacle as officials in Oregon race to put out the largest wildfire in the U.S. Right now in southern Oregon, the bootleg fire has torched an area bigger than New York City. At least 20 homes have been destroyed, and it's only around 7% contained. I want to show you this new satellite image right now. You can actually see the smoke billowing, and this image is all the way from space from that bootleg fire. Do you see that? This, of course, is not the only fire burning in the western U.S. right now. Nearly 1 million acres have been scorched in at least 71 large fires in 12 states. And speaking of space, the youngest person and the oldest person ever will fly to space with Jeff Bezos next week. Heading into space when they have young children is not a smart family decision. Mind you, Virgin Galactic's maiden flight to the edge of space took off and landed successfully just earlier this week. Kutcher sold his ticket back, but says he's still going to try again at some point. If wifey doesn't approve.
That's right. I got to agree with her on that one.
She said, you're not leaving me here with the babies.
That's right. That's right.
The same thing.
Let's let the people try it out first, and then maybe you can go later.
Yeah, are his kids that bad? He's trying to go to space to escape?
Oh, man.
Shoot. Over the next 2 days, Nashville will be paying huge tributes to one of the biggest civil rights activists in the modern era. Today, the city will be unveiling a marker in honor of John Lewis. This morning, we're taking a first look at the video that got an NFL player arrested outside of his in-laws' home. This is Richard Sherman. You'll see him in the video trying to launch himself into the door and break in. Officers arrived after that, and police say he resisted arrest. Now, we still don't know why exactly he was trying to get in. 2 men may have more reasons to complain about the Olympics than anyone else. One lost his home, and another spent $40,000 on worthless tickets. Kohei Jino began his journey back in 2013, and this isn't going to make him any happier either. Organizers say one Olympic athlete tested positive for COVID-19 on Wednesday. They say the athlete came to Japan from overseas, but they didn't say where he was from. And get this, 809 new cases were reported just yesterday. Unfortunately, that was the highest total we've seen since May 8th. And that was all right before Nashville's COVID restrictions ended. Now, compared to a year ago, we're still in pretty good shape. Back in July of 2020, we were seeing about 2,000 new cases every single day. The difference this time around is the new variants. They spread quickly, work faster, and are more severe. Children are still the big concern here since a lot of them can't get vaccinated yet. Now, here's a quick check of our vaccine progress as a state, now 7 months into the rollout. No significant progress has been made in months. We're still hanging around 42% of people with 1 dose and 38% that are fully vaccinated. Again, the mask mandate covers vaccinated people as well. Now, this all comes after the CDC announced that vaccinated people can still carry the Delta variant earlier this week. Bringing it back home now, eating out is starting to take a bigger bite out of your wallet. Oh yeah, Space Jam: A New Legacy arrives in theaters today. If you're trying to score tickets on the Garth Brooks concert at Nissan Stadium, you are in luck. In just a few hours, more tickets will become available. We start with the story we've been following all week long for you. Right now, we're learning that the same doctor who called for the firing of Dr. Michelle Fiscus also gave years of glowing reviews regarding her work performance. News 4's Rebecca Cardenas is digging into the details of Dr. Michelle's file. She says the doctor's description of the file doesn't line up with the termination letter. To an update we first brought you around this time yesterday. We've learned that the woman who police say was shot by a family member is a retired Metro Police sergeant. Police say Twana Chick was shot several times by her own brother before he shot and killed himself. This morning, we're working to find answers as to why this small plane crash landed out in Wilson County. Police say the pilot was the only one on board and he was not badly hurt. The FAA is now investigating the crash. And new for you this morning, a New Jersey man charged with kidnapping his son and bringing him to Tennessee is facing a new, more serious charge. 27-year-old Tyler Rios is now charged with first-degree murder in the death of his son's mother. His son was found safe in Monterey, but his son's mother was found dead in a wooded area close by. Rios remains in custody here in Tennessee while he waits for court back in New Jersey. 2 missing child cases in our state have come to a happy ending, though. And the search for a Perry County 9-year-old came to a close quickly. Police say Sapphire Robles left home early yesterday morning with her 2 dogs. All of them have been found safe this morning. But sadly, we have no new updates on the search for Summer Wells. And Georgia has their own bridge problems on their hands after a crash moved the entire bridge. Democrats are working to make those payments permanent. The program sends monthly payments to families, but only through the end of this year. Now, we'll continue to bring you updates whenever lawmakers make that final call. We have much more still ahead for you on News 4 today. The unthinkable happens just moments after a young girl goes through this door. The shocking video that will have you hugging your babies a little tighter this morning. Developing right now out in Texas, a deadly standoff is over and 1 suspect is in custody. Right now, we know that 1 officer is dead and 4 others are hurt after a standoff turned into a shootout. This happened yesterday, pretty close to the state's border with New Mexico. Authorities say the incident involved a man barricaded inside a home. The officer who died is the leader of the Lubbock County Sheriff's Office. Welcome back. The time is now 4:54. In a first-of-its-kind surgery in North America, Duke University Hospital put a new type of artificial heart into a patient. The medical center is one of 3 transplant centers in the U.S. that's taking part in an FDA study of this new technology. The surgery itself took about 8 hours. That's the artificial heart you're looking at right there, and it was created by Carmat, which is a company that develops the new artificial heart technology.